Welcome to another episode of my Motortown playthrough. Today it's time to finally take our pickup truck and go on an adventure, and apparently we need to be a bit quick here because the police is coming. So we are in the northeast region of OG. I can show you on the map real quick. We are over here. And this is something that I noticed a while ago and I wanted to show you guys because while this entire island right now doesn't have too many roads, there are already a few places in here that seem to be prepared to get future roads rather quickly. And by that I mean that already on the map we can see a few areas where we have lines like these ones. The gray lines signifying that there is a change in landscape, so a bit of a cliff there. And the space in the middle would be perfect to have roads later on. And today I want to take you down this path here, which I think is the one where we can clearly see this being the case. From what I noticed right now, as far as prepared roads are concerned on this island, we of course already have one in the middle, which we can use right now. But there's also one that will go around the east coast, going somewhere around like this and going back up here, eventually joining into this area through this path right here and going up all the way north, while also having a more direct connection to Gepha. But right now it seems like when it comes to active development, the devs are more concerned about the west end, where we can already see a few more subtle hints at the same kind of setup. I won't be going to here right now. I tried this out before, but this area seems more obvious with where the paths are supposed to go. It's still gonna be a bit of guesswork, but not as much as on the west end. And yeah, this already seems to be a very good hint at there being a future road right here. Although I'm not entirely sure about all the elevation changes. This seems to be very steep, but we're going to see that it's not going to be the only occasion where that's going to be occurring. I don't know if it's going to be just a regular paved road or dirt road, whatever. Could be a lot of things. But especially the upcoming part at the shoreline cliff of the entire island here, that's just gonna be something that I feel will be a paved road. Don't know if they could make it look natural if it was just a footpath or something. Or more like not a footpath, but dirt road, not completely rigid and all of that. Because this area is a bit extreme. If you fall off here, you are most likely going to take a bath. And yeah, as it is right now, for the most part, apart from a few rocks and other things right here, it's very even, it's easy to use, it's not like any regular off-road terrain. This is clearly prepared for stuff later down the line. There's still gonna be a bit of guesswork in trying to figure out the connections, but right now, I mean, what else could they do here? Okay, we're gonna go down to the left again. I mean, this is already pretty fun. Looking forward to seeing this one finished and just dealing with traffic on this road. It's potentially a bit of a nightmare, but also potentially a fun one. I like that the game doesn't just try to be too easy, too approachable, that there are a few obstacles in the way that you actually have to overcome. So this also seems prep work for a road. It's really pretty much like the groundwork is already there, even though it's still grass and dirt right here. Let me check on the map where we are right now and where we could go from here. Now this is definitely part of the path. And maybe we'll go to this end after that and just check out the connection to Gapa. I definitely expect there to be another few larger cities in this area. Maybe one over here, one on the west end. I mean, could always be more than that, just looking at the size of Gapa and how much space that occupies. So down there is the next path that I could see happening. When I tried going around here, finding a few areas, I noticed that there could potentially be full connection for everything already. This one looks like we would be coming down from over here. But it's really something that's a bit tough to make out at different points, so I don't know the full context on where every single road is gonna go, but yeah. I think with a bit of educated guessing you can already have a decent idea of how a lot of the thing is going to shake out, which is kind of fun. So I think we are just gonna go and yeah, go to the next marker now. Maybe with a bit of a left turn first. I think, yeah, this is another prepared piece. So I guess this road would be going around the outside here. Let's have a quick look if that could be true. Yeah, this seems like something over here. It's very subtle on where the entire thing could go right now, but yeah. I think we should just take a look at the marker and hopefully find a few more concrete, pun intended, traces of where we need to go. Also, when it comes to the development, I want to stay on the testing branch if we get another update there. And from what I've seen, a lot of things already happen on the patches for the beta branch. So we get a main update which introduces a few bigger things, but even when they only talk about bug fixes with some of their patches, there's often a lot of things in addition, like a bit of foliage to the desert and other things. Compared to the first beta version of this update here, the 0.7.4, this right now is already looking quite a bit different and more built out. Of course not in this area, because apart from it now existing since Only Island came out, nothing has really done here. Nothing has really been done here over right now, but at some point it will happen. I was meant to say nothing was done here yet, but it's going to happen, and I expect it to happen sooner than later, so that's why I'm throwing in this episode right now, because at some point, once we get an April update, which I expect to happen sooner than later, it might be too late to do this stuff and show off the area in its original form. Also, to talk a bit about the truck over here, this thing is an absolute beast. I installed a V12 at some point, but I took it out again because that's just a waste of fuel in the end. But this one right now with 320 horsepower V10, or no, it's a V8 actually, not a V10. It's working amazingly well. And even with a V12, I could just keep it in there, and I wouldn't have any of the issues that I've seen with a lot of other cars that have much smaller and weaker engines. This one is just stable as all hell. I can put into here what I want, I can do with this whatever I want. It's not gonna act up on me, it's not gonna spin out or anything. This thing is pretty much perfect. Only thing that I don't like about this van are the customization options. I mean, it's not a van, it's a pickup truck. What the hell am I even talking about? So yeah, a bit more customization would be nice, but overall this thing is amazing. Let's see, where are we right now? There are a few more things to talk about down here and to show off, but I'm not entirely sure if that would be worthwhile. We definitely could do with a bit more fuel. You know what? We still have half a tank. Let us go off-roading here and see if we can come across anything else. I definitely things already laid out in this area as well. Having a solid track from somewhere over here going decently straight through here, then connecting into this area. But it's not really on the map yet. So we're just gonna have to see if we can find out something. Oh god. I don't want to flip this over. Resetting would bring me to a very far away place. And I'm curious what they are going to do with this area in due time. It's already pretty fun and just I think not only the all-wheel drive of this vehicle, but also the weight of it is giving it quite a bit of stability. And the soft suspension can really take a beating, and it's working out amazingly well. And it just has all the power that it needs and more than that. I think that's Anson Island in front of us. Oh, we are going over there, so yeah, I guess we just came across the path at some point, but may have not even noticed it. At least I didn't see anything, but that doesn't say much. I think this would also be a very good vehicle if I want to have a police chase on the TWL server. Although the officers might actually be taking VL at that point. I don't know if there's too much that can handle that stuff. That looks peculiar over there. That looks like part of the path. Just straight ahead for a little dip in the mountain. Yeah, this could definitely be a prepared section. I think I might just end up driving this thing until the tank is empty. Yeah, I think we are right on the money here for where the entire thing is supposed to go. I've done this kind of trip before around different areas, so I have a bit of an eye for that kind of stuff. I'm not entirely sure if you can tell in the video how it's gonna work out, but I can certainly see a few signs over here. And yeah, we are on a bit of a plateau, and I think it's gonna continue over here. I think this would be more of a dirt road, if anything. Unless they really overhaul how the entire area looks, just put some desert housing in here, towns and such. But I think for a while this might just be an area to go through. I'm not entirely sure if we are still on the road or, I mean, the whole prepared terrain, but yeah, I don't know. I might have lost it just there. From what I remember, it should go south at some point, just like our trip over here. I think that might be a ramp that I just completely passed. Let's see, are we close to anything else of note here? That other terrain is quite a bit away, and I don't think I'll be reaching that with my fuel tank here. So I guess this might be a good place to call it. I'll just teleport back to one of my houses and then spawn the car back in. Otherwise we are not going to make it out of here. I was meaning to get a few more fuel tanks on my character, just to, the ferry cans, just to refuel every now and again, but I completely forgot about it. I thought that was only really necessary for the V12, but as we see right now, there's a car up there? Oh, I'm making it back to civilization. I didn't even notice. Must be the whole thing about people walking in circles if they don't have anything to orient themselves to. But yeah, back on the regular road. I don't think I can make it anywhere else. There isn't any gas station down here, so... I guess that's gonna be it for this video. It's not a big deal. We're not stranded in the middle of the desert. But it's kinda nice to also just see how vast this entire area is. I think that's one of the bigger things that Unreal Engine 5 affords the team right now. Just not having the old restriction for how large the map can be. But yeah, that's gonna be it from my end. Thanks for watching and see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. Bye bye.